3 years of game development, thousands of lines of code, hundreds of crashes in Unity, all for this moment. Yeah, like 3 years ago I created my first game and called this shit Anime Smasher, where you need to slap anime cubes, and which I accidentally deleted. After that I had time to work on a few more games and also started developing my own multiplayer shooter, but this game I still can't forget, because... But now you probably have questions like, why does this game look so garbage and ridiculous, or why did I even make a game about beating up anime cubes? I don't know, but in my opinion this game has a lot of potential, trust me. And you know, I've been planning to do a remaster for a long time, and since now I have my own YouTube channel, it's a good time to pull this off and to show you the work progress. So, let's get started. And before we do that, we need to know one little thing. What my first game was. And after in-depth gameplay analysis and some analytics, I identified the weaknesses and strengths of the game. So, here's what we got. The game's problems include a potato graphic, terrible lighting, poor animations and zero impact on enemies. You probably now have a question like, was there anything good in your game? And my answer is, yeah! Anime sound effects. Just don't ask me where I got them, because, well, my channel will be banned. And with that feedback, I'm probably ready to go. First we need to do is create new Unity project and add the ultimate player model, I mean this bin. Now we should to create the player script to move around and see around. But it's very trying and, you know, good game designers solve this problem in a different way. Like copy all the player movement code from a different projects, in my case it's my own multiplayer shooter, okay? Don't judge me. By the way, in the original game our weapon is just a stick, and since it looks like a piece of shit, we need to upgrade it a bit. So I decided to create new weapon, but the baseball bat instead of this ugly stick. Then I linked the player and the melee weapon, and now, when we walk, our weapon simulates player movement. Well, that makes sense. And the main feature in the original game were the enemies. I mean, these enemy cubes. Which... I don't know what I was thinking when I created anime cubes 3 years ago, but as Socrates said in his book, anime cubes are perfect. And we, as a player, need to beat them, because our player is an anime hater. And if you, like me, love anime so much, you can subscribe to the channel, which I will be very appreciated. So in the case of the enemies, I left them square and was even able to find the original texture, so now they came back for revenge. To fight the player, I gave them the baseball bat too, but here's the problem. They're identical. Nice. In the basic version, the enemy AI is pretty dumb, like me, and in the remaster we need to improve it, but in my opinion, they're also stupid. And they can fly? What? I think it's not supposed to work like that. The way I see it, it's the best to leave them on the ground. For this I used nav mesh, and after some blurring code, here's the result. It's not working. The main drawback of the original version is the lack of impact on enemies. I mean, our game's called Anime Smasher, but it's not like a smasher because when we hit the enemy, nothing happens. And when we hit the enemy 3 times, it just dissolves, like a ghost. So, as you realize, in the new version we need more sense of impact, and let me show you. In my case it looks like this. When we slap the enemy cube, it doesn't stand still, it flies at the wall, and that's what I call impact. Maybe this script can help us, but the impact strength is 100,000. That's probably a lot, but let's check it out. Where is my enemy cube? Then the test map I create this room so that the enemy can fly away from us, and after a little customization they can chase up, the player can hit them when they fly away, then they rise up and chase us again to infinity because player and enemy are immortal. So I'll have to work on that. And I don't want enemies to just disappear when they die, like in the original game. So now if they lose all the HP, they fly apart, just like that. And now, please get the enemy larvae away from your screens, because... Next, to make the gameplay more immersive, we're going to add sounds to our enemies, since hitting silent cubes is, well, Weird, but I don't actually look like a man who can make anime sounds, so I went on the internet to find it and, trust me, these are the best anime sounds ever. So here's what it looks like now. Yeah, that's what I spent my life on. But besides enemy cubes, in the original game we had 3 different locations. In the first one we went to the player's lair, which was trashed by the enemy cubes. So now you know why our player is an anime hater. On the second and the third level we fought them inside the building, so we'll actually have to make 3 update maps for a remaster. And after a couple seconds for you, or a couple days for me, we have 3 remake levels, but one of them has a problem, because there, like in the main game, it's empty. I mean, there's nothing around us at all. Then in the depths of my hard drive, I dug this up. A long time ago I used GIS for Blender, the thing that allows you to automatically create any object on a Google map. And as you can see, here I have a part of New York, and please just ask me why I need a part of New York. But it looks great here as a background, so welcome. And now all that's left is to add our enemies to the levels, and here we go. But to make beating square enemy guys even more enjoyable, we need some music. And listen, I'm not a professional songwriter, but I did try to write a soundtrack for beating up enemy cubes. Well, I pulled this off with a combined some synthwave and some rock. And here's what we have. It's a pretty simple track, but I think that's enough for now. So here we are. Now we probably have a remaster of my first game, but no, just one thing. Yeah, and if you want to try this game, you can download it from itch.io, the link on the description down below. So I'd love it if you rated it. That would be the end of the video, but no, because the original game itself wasn't completely finished, since my PC had an incident during development. So you're right, one day I'm going to finish this game. Maybe. I'll try. Well, if this is your first time on the channel, subscribe and watch my past videos to see what kind of craziness goes on here sometimes. Thanks for watching and see you soon.